because n8n has dropped a bomb. Execute the workflow, blazing fast, and we have the data. How many total employees are there? It went to our employee table, it's pulling the data. That's nice, that's exactly what we wanted. Hello champions, today is a big day because n8n has dropped a bomb. n8n now works with enterprise databases Oracle. Without further ado, let's check how we can use n8n to populate tables. So we have this traditional ETL flow. I will explain what it does. We have two tables from which we are getting the data. We are merging the data and we are uploading it into or inserting it into a third table. So we can quickly check the data. If you see, we have an employee table. This is the data. This is a traditional employee table which we have been using for years, since 1980s maybe. So we have employee number, employee name, job, manager, and you can do a lot of, you can learn entire SQL using this. We have department table. If you run it, we have department. These are 4 departments and the employees fall into these departments. We are trying to merge this table, or we call it an equi-join, and we have created a third table which is employee salary analysis, and at the present the employee this table is empty, so there is no data. If I run this, there is no data in this, and we will populate this using n8n. How we do this? We're going to execute the workflow over here from this point, and I'm going to say execute the workflow. So if you see, it's blazing fast, and if I come, let's refresh this, and we have the data and it's blazing fast. All the table has been populated, all the records have been populated. What are we doing in this? We are going to build this step by step, but before we do that, this is the traditional way of doing stuff. The new way, we are going to use AI powered data analysis. In this case, we are going to ask questions to our AI agent. The AI agent, we are saying that you have access to these 2 tables, and let's get some answers based on that. You can ask questions like, how many employees do I have? How many departments do I have? How many employees fall into these departments? So let's check it out. How many total employees do we have? It will go the AI agent. We are using Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 3 model. We can use other as well. It knew that we have employee table. It went over there and we got the employee numbers. There are total of 12 employees. If you go to my dbeaver, and if you see, we have 12 employees. So it's very, very accurate. Let's try to find out which employees have more than maybe 30,000 salaries. Let's ask it, which employees make more than $30,000? Let's see. Again, it is going to go to the employee table and it is going to fetch that information. It is going to do the calculation. So we do not have to do anything old school ways. Everything is AI powered over here. This way you can do your enterprise data analysis using n8n. It's doing its calculation. It does take some time because it's trying to figure out what needs to be done, and I think the power can be increased by increasing the power of the n8n. So we got, it's doing, if we give a better prompt, it will give us exactly what we need rather than doing all of these calculations. But as you have seen, it's a simple prompt, and we have King, whose annual salary is $60,000, then Jones, $33,000. So now if I want to find out which department do Jones and King belong, so let's try to find that out. That will be my last query. Which department do King belong to? Because I want to know which department does he work and how is he making so much money. So our AI agent is going to try and find that out. Perfect. So it already knows it works in department number 10 and accounting department. We're going to ask one last question. We're going to ask, what is the average salary for each department? Because I want to know, I'm curious. What is the Actually, let's ask what is the payroll cost for each department. So it will have to go and find out in each department how many employees are there, how much total amount we pay for each department, and then it will give us the list. So it is doing a lot of calculation in the back. However, if you do it with traditional way, it is going to be faster, but as AI is doing it, it's doing the analysis on the fly. We can improve the analysis by using Redis memory and stuff like that, but we are not going to go over there. Right now, we just want to make sure that n8n works with Oracle, and boy, this is it. It's telling us I have calculated the payroll cost of each department, including both monthly and annual figures. So it is doing way more calculations than what we asked it for. However, it has done the calculation department wise as well. So annual total cost, this, and boy, it's amazing. So that's it. Let's get into how we can build this step by step. So let's go and find out how we can get Oracle. Usually it should be installed in your enterprise. If you want to do it on your own Windows machine, you can look for Oracle free download. I am on a Mac and I'll show you how to do that as well. So the edition that was for free is called as Oracle 26 AI free. So earlier there was an edition called as Oracle XE. This is what we have been using for a very long time, but Oracle has come up with database 23 AI for free. So let's go and explore over there. Once you come over here, you can download it for Windows, install it, and you need to know a little bit know-how about how to set up a database. And that is not a part of this because I don't want to go into the databases. We are just going to cover the n8n part over here. But I just wanted to show you if you're curious where to get it. So I have been using Oracle AI Database 26 AI in our Docker image. So I did not want it to do a lot of coding myself to figure out how it needs to be done. What I did was I took this, I went to my VS Code, and the VS Code based on this URL, I need to get URL, help me out. So my cloud code in my VS Code, you can use cursor as well. It gave me the commands based on the Oracle post, we need to do XYZ. I ran the commands. I already have a Docker Compose file running. In my Docker Compose, I have n8n, which is running locally. I have a Postgres database, and then I have a Jenkins. So today, my cursor or VS Code, it updated my Docker Compose for using Oracle. If you see, it's pulling the latest Oracle container image from the Docker Hub. We are naming the container as Oracle DB, and it is going to be exposed on 15/21, and that's the only information that you guys need to know. We are not worried about the volume because volume is a storage space inside your container where all the data is going to be stored. So don't worry about it. Once this is up and running, we made Docker Compose. We ran the commands. So the commands are here. I will give all these commands to you for free. You can try it out. So the first thing was our Docker Compose. We have already installed it. Once it is installed, you can verify it. So if I verify it right now, Docker execute, you'll see that my Oracle is working. It's listening on port 1521, and that's what you want to see. Once that is running, let's check if our Docker Oracle container is running. Run it out. Yes, it's running. Last step is I just want to make sure that the server got up and running. Cool. One more step we need to find out is you need to test a connection. Let's verify the connection. Listener control. Voila. So it is working as well. Now we'll test a basic connection. When you create an Oracle database, there will be a user created for it, which is a system user. It used to be system manager. Now Oracle has changed it. It is system Oracle pass 123, and the database used to be called as Oracle XE or ORCL. Now it is called as free. So minor changes, nothing major over there. We are connected. Boy, you can say select star from dollar version. I hope this works. It's $v version. And that's the database release 23.26. I still remember a little bit of my Oracle from my old days, and Yeah, after this, there are not a lot of tables. There will be a system tables over here. Select start from tab. But we do not want to touch these. These are system tables, scheduler tables. I don't like to touch this. So we are going to create a new schema or a new user, and we're going to create some tables over there. So the way we do that is, and I have already done this, I'll give you the commands. We're creating a user called as HR demo. C## is the new requirement for the users. That's why, or else it used to be HR demo. We are giving the password as HR demo. Do not type, it's on my local machine. You cannot reach it. Then we are going to grant some resources like DBA so that it can create tables, it can it has superpowers. Basically, this new user is like a system admin. Once that is done, we will try to connect it. So this user is already connected. I'm going to connect to it. Connected. If I do show user now, I'll see that I am the new user. Over here, select star from tab, and I got the new tables, which is department table, employee salary analysis table. This interface is not very user friendly. So what I usually do is have a SQL frontend like SQL Server Studio or dbeaver. In this case, we have dbeaver. If you don't have it, you can install it. This is an interface. You can also use Toad. Toad is the best one for Oracle. I don't have it. Toad does not work on Mac, so I'm using dbeaver. You can do Control Enter, and this is the star from tab. Tab is giving you all the tables. Employee. This is the employee table, and this is the setup we need even before building, because an enterprise will always have tables, and they'll have a lot of tables, not just this table. So enter. So all our data is in there. I created a SQL file and I just fired a bunch of insert statements to insert all this data. We created one more table over here. I just wanted to show you guys how a table is created. We'll give create table, the table name, employee ID, and then the data type. Data type is what value it is going to hold, like number. Varchar 2 is nothing but string. There will be date time, and there is timestamp as well. So there are data types. Don't need to get into it. It's just a table with a bunch of columns, and right now it is empty. Truncate table means it will delete all the data which is over there. There is no data currently over here. So all the data that we loaded via our n8n is now gone. So we have a clean slate. So if you see, this table is empty, and we are going to create n8n workflow to fill this exact table using traditional ETL. Go back to your workflow in n8n, name it Oracle demo or whatever you want. The first thing which we want to do is populate it. So I'm going to take a trigger, which is going to be a manual trigger. Second thing which we need is Oracle node. And if you don't have the Oracle node, make sure that you guys are on the latest version of Oracle. If I come over here, help about n8n, I'm on the latest version 1.19. So make sure you're on the latest version where the community node can be installed or the native node can be installed. So Oracle database, look for Oracle, click on it. What we need to do is we need to insert the rows in a table. We need to select the rows from the table. So Oracle database, select rows, because we want to read the rows from our employee table. This HR demo is the user that we have created. It is also called as a schema. From the table, we are going to take employee table, and rest of the stuff we are not going to do anything because we don't have more than 12 tables, so we are good. Let's test this out. We will need to create credentials, so let's do this. Create credentials. You can follow the open docs on how to create, but I'm going to show it to you, so do not worry about it. We need a user and we need a password. So our user is going to be the user that we created. Let me go back to my documentation. C## or C## HR demo is the user. C HR demo 123, very strong password that we have kept. And this one, because it is running in my Docker container and it is also running in my Docker container, they should be able to talk to each other. And we need a connect string, not a host. Host is going to be Oracle DB, that is the container name, but we need a connect string. So it's basically host comma or colon the port number and the name of the database or the instance. This is the one, free. Let's save it out, and voila, as long as you see that the connection is tested successfully, you are good to go. Escape out, let's test it. Voila, we got the table, and it is super fast because it's running in the same container. Sometimes the databases are running in a different place, so it might take some time, but in our case it was super fast. Similarly, I'm going to copy paste this node. We are going to create for, let me name this as employee. All right, employee is good, and we are going to name this as department. This is our second table. Let's do a department. We are going to leave everything else the same. Now we need to do a merge. We can use a SQL query as well. There is a SQL query, but I did not like the SQL query which is in here, which is SQL query, and it just doesn't work like doing select star. It says SQL, but you'll have to pull in the, so don't get into it. Just we'll use a different merge node. Let me select CHR. This is going to be department, and we are going to use a simple merge node. Create, connect, and we are going to combine. Fields to match is going to be department number. Why department number? It is because if you go back to our employee table, there has to be a common column which determines the relationship between these two tables. Department number is a foreign key, employee number is a primary key in this table. Primary key means the key which determines the row in this table. Foreign key, it means that this column is coming in from some different table, and that table is going to be department table. Department number 10, if you go to the department table, that is going to be department 10 is accounting, and that's how relational databases are designed. They're relational, they're flat, and they're normalized. So this is in fourth normal form, if I'm not mistaken, but I can be wrong. I have to verify that. We are combining this based on the department number column, because there is a department number column here and there is a department number column here. That's why when you come to your n8n, make sure that the fields to match is department number. Execute this step. Voila, we get all the data, we got all the employees. However, we got two new things. We got the department name as well, which was not a part of employees before that. I'll show you. If we go over here, there is no department name, there is no location. However, when you go to the merge, there is the department name and location. That's exactly what we want. Save. Let's get back to our dbeaver, the table that we have created, and in this table we have few more columns which the data is not there in employee or department table. What are those? One is the salary category. What is the salary category? We just want to know whether this person is making low salary, medium salary, or high salary, and we are going to calculate that. Okay. And the second thing that we need to do is the number of years employed. So there in the data, if you see, the hire date is there, but we don't know when this guy was hired. I'm like, how many years has he been working on? So we need to do now minus this hire date for each employee, and that's how we are going to get the years employed. So how do we do this? We are going to use our good old edit node or set node. I'm going to include all the other input fields. This way I got everything that I want, and we are going to insert one more field. I'm going to call it as salary category. It is going to be a string, and we need salary for that. However, we just don't need the salary. We need to make sure that we determine whether it's low, high, or medium. We have written a JSON formula. If the salary is less than $1,500, then call it as low, 3,000, medium, and high if it goes above that, right? So let's see what it does. Now we will be getting one more field over here, which is salary category, high, medium, high, low, low. Voila, this is exactly what we wanted. Now we need to calculate how many years this employee has been hired for. Let's create another field. We are going to say years employed, and we are going to say this as number, and we are going to write it as this thing. So First one, King, I think 43 years. That's good. The formulas will be there for you either in the description or on my Skool community. You can download this and use it for yourself. The download link will be in the description for this workflow. So we got everything that we needed. Right now we need another Oracle node because we need to insert all this data that we have calculated into our table, which is this one, the third one, the employee salary analysis. It is empty for now. Let's go back to our n8n, add a node, Oracle database. We are going to insert rows into a table. All right. Insert is the operation. We can do insert or update as well, but let's try insert first. Choose your schema or the user that you have created, and employee salary analysis is the table. If the columns would match the names like years employed and over here the years employed, it would have worked. However, in this case we did not run this, so we did not get the new. Now we got the years employed or year employed, doesn't matter. If these two things are same, the names are same, the auto map automatically is going to work. However, the employee name and the rest of the stuff is not same. Here we are saying employee name, this is called as e-name, so this is not going to work. We'll have to do this manually. So let's do this. First thing is years employed. This is years employed. Process date and time. Let's use an expression. We are going to do now. Let's keep it at this. Very simple. Let me fill out the rest of fields. And that's where we are. We still need one more thing, which is annual salary. Let's calculate that over here. Salary into 12, I guess. Perfect. So you can put your calculations inside the expression. That will work. Moment of truth. Let's run it. Boom, boom, boom. Super quick. It is done. Let's run this. We are going to select start, and that's where the data is. Oh boy, we did not get years employed. Let's find out what's happening. It's saying years employed is red. Oh, we renamed it somehow. So it is years. If you see, it is years here. Once I put years, it's good. So let's do this one more time. We're going to go back and I'm going to truncate the table. Gone. The table data is gone, empty again. Let's execute it one more time. 12 rows are inserted. And this time we got years employed as well. So not only we got the previous data, we also got the department which was missing from the employees table. We got its location. We calculated the years employed. We also calculated the process date, which is right now, today. We calculated the annual salary by multiplying it, and we also created a salary category, whether this guy falls into high, medium or low. And that is the traditional ETL pipeline. However, we can also use AI to do analysis on this data, and that is what we're going to do next. Come back to your n8n. This time we are going to use an AI agent and we are going to ask questions. To ask questions, we will need a chat box. Trigger. We need another trigger on chat message. Let's test it out. Hello. I like to test each and everything out. Test is working. What do we need to do? We need to ask questions to whom? Our AI agent. Once this AI agent is here, let's add a chat model. First time we used OpenRouter's Cloud 4. This time I'm going to use OpenAI's chat model 4.1 mini. Let's see if it performs better. Let's test it out. Hi there. It's working. It's magic. Hi there. And it's, how can I assist you today? That's exactly what we wanted. Now we will give it tools and memory so that it can remember what we have asked it earlier. So simple memory, let the JSON ID be there. It's good. By the way, this chat input, it can also come like a webhook from a website. So you can use your own website, your app to send the query and get the results back as well. For the simplicity, we are just using chat message in here. Let's add tools. Now, the second type of node that n8n has given is an Oracle database tool node. Perfect. It will look something like this. It is a tool node and this is an action node. These two are separate nodes. However, they may have a similar functionality. This tool can be called by this AI agent. I'm going to name it as employee table. We have already created the credentials, so we don't have to worry. If you don't see it created the same way, we do not want to insert. We need to do select because we are going to do some analysis. Analysis is just reading the data and calculating something on the fly. We will check our thing and then we'll need database as, database is HR demo, table as employee. That's good. Similarly, add the department table. I'm going to copy paste this, connect. We're going to name this as department table. All right. And let's choose department in here. Cool. Now our AI agent has both the tools, both the nodes, both the tables, and what we can do is give our AI agent some instructions. Let's do that. Let's double click, add a system message, and say that it's a very simple message. You are an expert at enterprise data analysis. You have access to tools through which you can get the information requested. I can even say you have access to database tables in Oracle, because Oracle has a different query language. It will know how to query these tables. These are the tools. This is employee data. This is department data. Both tables have a common column called as department number. So I'm also telling it what is the relationship. One more thing I want to do, it was giving me very long answers. So I'm going to say answer in less than 500 characters. Perfect. Now let's ask it a question, save your work. We are going to say how many total employees are there? Let's ask natural language processing. It's going to our chat model. It's determining what needs to be done. It went to our employee table. It's pulling the data, and this is a little bit faster than Claude, I think so. Or maybe because we gave it Oracle and we have 12 employees, and this is what I wanted, a short answer. Who is the highest paid employee? Now let's find that out. It is again going to go to the employee table. Oh, it did not go to the employee table because it has fetched all the data in the memory, and this is the reason your memory has to be very solid. If you pull in a lot of data, it's going to slow down. All right, let's find out which department is which department is this employee from. So I'm just checking the memory whether it remembers who I'm talking about. It will go, it will fetch the data, and we'll find out it is from so it queried our department table this time, and it said it is from the accounting department. Why? That's nice. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's find out who is the highest paid employee in each department. Who is the highest paid employee in each department? I don't know if it is going to fit in the 500 character or 400 character limit that we gave it, but I certainly feel that OpenAI chat model is behaving faster over here as compared to Claude. And there we go. King is the highest salaried employee, and let's find out who has been working the most or since the longest. Which employee is working for longest here? Look at this. I don't know SQL. I don't need to write anything. I just need to give it tables, and the employee who's working longest is what time is that in years. So it will calculate that and it will give it to us. 42 years. Boy, this is amazing. This is just ridiculous. You need to know queries, tables, joins, but now you don't need to know anything thanks to n8n. It feels n8n is getting ready for enterprises. I cannot wait when n8n will be the ETL tool for all the enterprises. If you have liked this video, please hit that subscribe, share it. It really helps me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.